G'day, boys! How are we, lads? Merry Christmas! What's good? Did I post it everywhere? I think I did. Excellent, mate. Oh. Let's go. How are we, boys? What's good? What's good? What's good? Oh my god, let me read everyone's chats already. Craziness. What's up, Nacho? How are you? Yes, the UFC is fake. The fights are real, but they give title shots to popular fighters, not the best. I know, man. I know. It kills me. It kills me. I'm hungover as fuck, lying on the couch. Dougie is here to save you. What the hell is the music? How do you like the intro music, Nacho? How do you like the intro? We're growing the channel, boys. Merry Christmas, you filthy animals. What's up, Shotgun? How are you, brother? Merry Christmas to everybody except Miguel from Cage. That's mean and hurtful, and I don't know why we're doing that. This is the angriest I've ever been at any of the intro. Sorry, Nacho. There's a feeling when you realize that Paddy will beat Michael Chandler in 2020. That feeling when you realize that Paddy Pimblett will beat Michael Chandler in 2025 because he's 40 and washed. I know, mate. I know. I've got a feeling that Paddy Pimblett beats Michael Chandler. I have a sneaking feeling that Paddy Pimblett beats Michael Chandler as well. I'm with you, Shotgun. Merry Christmas to all the Artem Lobovs in chat from Nacho. How did all the Aussies go yesterday with their Christmas day? What's up, Crossover? How are you, man? The UFC has been fake since they first gave Sonnen a shot at John Jones. Yeah, but I feel like it's gotten worse and worse and worse and worse. What's up, Crossover? How are you, dude? Great stream. With all the boys at the end of the year there, man. Great stream with all the boys at the end of the year. That was awesome. Paddy is on his title shot run. This is it. Paddy Pimblett is making his run for the title, Nacho. I completely agree. What's up, Mick Ward? How are you, man? How are you? Check out the bloody card. I got so much UFC stuff for Christmas. Let's do Christmas. Let's talk Christmas, lads. Let's sit down and chat about Christmas, eh? Well, I got so much Christmas stuff. It was madness. Check out this. How good is that? How good is that? It's time. And then my brother got me a red neon UFC sign that I'm gonna hang in the actual garage where I do all the videos, where I shoot the daily videos. I'm gonna hang that in the garage in the studio. So the daily videos are gonna have a red neon sign. And then Jamie also got me a full-on UFC pajama kit, like hoodie, tracky pants, t-shirt, all UFC decked out. So it was good. Super Shotgun says, I enjoyed the video with those YouTubers. Why were you not in there? In the video, you got rejected. Boo. I didn't, mate. I'm so low level in this YouTube game. I didn't even get an invite, brother. I didn't even get an invite, but it is what it is. You know, what are you going to do? Paddy is only 29. He's improved immensely since joining the UFC. I can just see him surprising some people. Nacho, I would say that Paddy Pimblett is already surprising us. You know, like when we first started watching Paddy Pimblett, we were all pretty convinced that he was just a scouser that had not yet been knocked out, but is one day going to get knocked out. I think the hair flopping around tricks us all, and then having Jared Gordon beat you up, that tricked us as well. But then it turns out Jared Gordon's actually sneaky good. Paddy Pimblett's actually sneaky good as well. Yeah. It's a weird reality that we live in. I'm already surprised by Paddy Pimblett. But when you look at the UFC lightweight, it's funny that we're talking about this because I've already recorded and uploaded today's video. It will be released after this stream. After this, I'm going to pull a classic MMA guru. We're going to go straight from this video. We're going to go straight from this live stream to the video. So it's all ready to go. This is Christmas holiday Doug. This is Doug if I was actually just a full-time YouTuber and worked from home. That's what the video today is talking about ranked fighters that should no longer be ranked. They shouldn't be ranked at all. And Michael Chandler is sort of one of those guys. Like, why is he a ranked fighter? Paddy Pimblett's going to beat him. The UFC lightweight division is a little bit dead right now. It needs new prospects for a turnover. Thank God. DJ Aiden is here. What's up, DJ Aiden? How are you, man? Paddy is low-key a physical beast. We see him fat between fights, but on fight night, he's always shredded and locked in. And I wonder if there's something to that, Shotgun. I don't know about you, man, but like when I've been dieting down, trying to look trim for the beach, I feel more exhausted and I feel more tired. But like yesterday, all I fucking did yesterday was gorge and eat. I was a fat prick yesterday. And I feel great today. I am full of energy. I feel like I could punch through a fucking brick wall. I feel great today. So maybe there is something about Paddy Pimblett where like him not draining himself actually makes him train better, retain more muscle, stronger, thicker. Yeah, I wonder if that's got something to do with it. Yes, the UFC is very, very fake. WWE. What's up, Ratio? How are you, brother? Crossover with the UFC. Yeah, that's sort of what we're going to be talking about in a little bit more depth today when we go over to the Canva. That is what we're going to be talking about a little bit more in depth today. How much like the WWE is the UFC? How seriously have we all taken this? Is this a joke? Are we just a joke to you, UFC brass? So yeah, Ratio, that's what we're going to be talking about today, my friend. Paddy's silly accent and hair clouds people's judgment. I don't know why I had to read that in a Yoda voice and a Mace Windu voice, but there's just something about that sentence that feels very Star Wars to me. What's up, brother? How you going? I'm good, Ratio. I'm good, man. I hope you're going good too. I hope you've had a very Merry Christmas. Yeah. What are we talking about? Oh yeah, Paddy. Yeah. Paddy Pimblett. Just the whole Paddy Pimblett vibe. His whole vibe. His hair. The fact that he thinks being called a breakfast ingredient is an insult. That whole Paddy Pimblett vibe sort of throws people off. That he does have decent enough striking to survive and very good judo to get people onto the ground. Yeah, it's true. What's up, Toad? How are you, brother? I hope you're doing good, man. Merry Christmas, Toadathan. Please like the stream, boys. Why have we got one like? Come on, boys. Come on. Help me. Help you. Help me become a UFC streamer, an MMA streamer, a YouTube streamer. Help me by hitting the like button. If you want to see more streams, I need to see more likes. This is a symbiotic relationship. What we do here and the like button. It's a symbiotic relationship. So please hit the like button, boys. That music. Tell me about that. That music, Shotgun. What do you reckon? How do you like it? What do you reckon? Let me read some more. Dougie, you weigh 65 kilos. You don't need a diet for the best. I don't weigh 65 kilos, you prick. I'm a monster, weighing in at 85 kilos. Damn, I spelt way like a retard. Dougie is washing off on me. It'll happen, mate. You know, you are the sum of the 5 people you hang around with. Thank you for getting those likes up, boys. I appreciate it. I could say that there. Thank you very much. 9 viewers, 5 likes. That's a great ratio. Thank you. DJ Aiden says, Dougie, I have a new playlist called Live Streams. Okay, DJ Aiden. That's cool, man. I'll go and check it out after this, dude. Oh, my bad. There you go. Done. What's up, brother? How you doing? I'm good. It's summer in Australia right now. Can you have Christmas during summer? It just feels wrong. Yeah, dude. Yeah. I know. Like, that. It's off. There you go. It's off. Relax. Chill out. It's off. I didn't know. Oh, holy shit. It's not off. My bad. There you go. Sorry. I thought it was off. I didn't know it was still on. My bad. This is torture. Yeah, it's still playing. My bad, guys. There you go. It's done. Where we can move. I'm surprised that you guys even liked the stream while that was happening. You guys are legends. What's up, Weston? Where are we? Yeah. So, summer in Australia. Christmas summer. This is something that Jamie goes on about non-stop. Even yesterday when we were taking the Uber to my parents' house, she's like, it just doesn't feel like Christmas. It's just not the same. It's not the same. It was boiling hot yesterday in Melbourne. It's like 36 degrees today in Melbourne. Yeah, it doesn't. It's not the same. You're absolutely right, man. Paddy will get his lightweight title shot at some point soon and then get destroyed by Islam, I'm convinced. Yeah, Paddy's going to have one of those runs where, like, he's going to have the BSD run. You know, where people are overhyping him, talking about how he can be a champion, and then he is going to get to a legitimate UFC fighter, Islam Makhachev, and he's going to get his head kicked in. That's exactly what's going to happen. He's on the Sean O'Malley trajectory. Like, when you put Sean O'Malley and you get Sean O'Malley to, like, squeak past Piotr Jan and then get him, like, you pay Aljamain Sterling to take a dive, and then you get Sean O'Malley as the champion. You've got some actual spuds that think Sean O'Malley is the real champ. But no. You put him in there against Umar, against Marab, against a lot of the top 10, and Sean O'Malley gets his ass kicked. And that's the run that Paddy Pimblett's on. Very similar to Alex Pereira. Like, they've done everything they can to keep Magomed Ankalaev away from Alex Pereira to help build up this legacy for Alex Pereira, which is what we're going to be talking about today. In the UFC is just essentially the WWE. This isn't a real fighting organization. Kind of sad. What's up, Weston? I hope you're doing good, man. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas, brother. Chandler should win by Linkin Park music. Not bad for an intro. Shouldn't have been playing it the entire stream. Kind of messed up there. Oh well, we live and we learn, boys. Chandler should win by an easy round 1 KO, but he's such a wild card that he might end up submitting himself. Dude, I remember you talked about this the other day, dude. I don't know why you believe in Michael Chandler so much. Michael Chandler is... No, it isn't, Nacho. No, it isn't. I can see here. No, it isn't. Merry fucking Xmas, boys! Bean, Mr. Bean. There we go. Michael Chandler is not good. Not good at all. It's kind of sad. If Chandler beats Paddy Pimblett, I'll be very, very, very surprised. In fact, you know what? Let us take it to the streets, Toad. Let us take it to the streets, Toad. We'll let the chat decide in a poll. Boys, in 2025, considering Michael Chandler's age, considering that Michael Chandler's best win in the UFC is Tony fucking Ferguson, who do you think is going to win that fight? Paddy Pimblett is 29 years old. Michael Chandler is 38 years old. Paddy Pimblett has been fighting at least once a year. Michael Chandler hasn't fought in the last 2 years, except for Charles Oliveira, who fucking beat him from pillar to post. Let me know, boys. Who do you think is going to win in 2025? Let us press on. How do you know it's not the same when it's all you've ever known? Dougie denies his own culture. How do you know it's not the same when... I had a white Christmassy, New Year'sy sort of experience once when I was in England with my sister. That was over the Christmas break. But I guess, like, for her, Nacho, Christmas to her is like snow, carols, time with the family. You know, that whole fucking Home Alone vibe. You know what I mean? And for us... it's just a summer's day. Like, we went down to the beach yesterday. It's just a summer's day. O'Malley has some good striking. His takedown defense, though, is horrid. True ratio. I agree. However, I do still think that he beat Marab this much. Mr. Bean says, Merry fucking Xmas, boys! Shotgun says, did you see Pitbull's latest tweets going in on the PFL? Don Doofus is such a goofus, laughing my ass off. I did, Shotgun. Yeah, the PFL is a nightmare. It's fucked. It's ruined everything. It's ruined all of those Bellator fighters. It's kind of sad and ironic in a way that, like, Bellator only got the fighters that it got by selling itself as being a step up from the UFC, different from the UFC, having better contracts than the UFC, and now at the end of their careers, they are locked in to these restrictive Bellator contracts and they can't get matchups, and the PFL isn't paying them. Francis bankrupted the PFL. The PFL bankrupted the PFL. Like, it's not the employee's fault that the employer was too retarded and didn't know how much to pay their staff. Like, you paid Francis Ngannou, Jake Paul, and you offered Nate Diaz $10 million to get beaten up by Jake Paul. It's fucking moronic. The fact that the PFL is run by a businessman, not an MMA fan, and that businessman could still fuck up basic business practices so much that they've ruined MMA. They have ruined MMA. Like, the heavyweight division is fucked purely because of the PFL. The best B league that we had, Bellator, is fucked because of the PFL. The PFL came in, swung their dick around, spent $500 million and fucked up MMA single-handedly, while the entire time Don Davis has been on Ariel Helwani, and Ariel Helwani's been sucking him off like it's a good thing just because Ariel Helwani hates the UFC and Dana White. It's actually retarded. Michael Chandler ruined his own career by doing tough and waiting for the Conor McGregor fight. I agree, Ratio. I agree. He could have been Dustin Poirier this year and had a chance at Islam Makhachev, but instead he sat around, wasted his time waiting for Conor McGregor, and had the title pass over him. Happy fucking steroid-filled New Year. Thanks, Shotgun. You too, mate. Gobble, gobble, son. I believe Paddy is a bum who's almost never spars in striking. So he's as shit as Sander. He's as shit as Chandler. As shit as Chandler is, he is going to KO Paddy Pimblett. We'll see, mate. We'll see. You have definitely got the vast majority of us going against you on this one, Toad. So, good luck, brother. Toad is a confirmed Paddy hater. Can't be trusted to be unbiased. Yeah, but that's like you Peloton fans, you know? Paddy the fatty, we love him. Chandler, best win is surely Dan Hooker. I know, but I just skip over that because it's funnier, Cage. But you're not wrong. At 38, Chandler's age is getting close to his IQ. True. Too bad he can't age backwards to lower that number, just like his IQ. Beach Christmases are way better. Fuck the snow. I think so. No, true. I think so. But I'm saying from like people who have like a Christmas culture, they don't really see what we have in Australia as a Christmas culture. They see it as just like summer. They're like, yeah, we do that in summer. Like, what do you do for Christmas? And I'm like, we barbecue and we go to the beach. And they're like, yeah, that's summer thing. Like, what do you do for Christmas? Like, just for Christmas. Like, apparently in the States, there's like winter and then there's like the holidays, which is like special things just for the holidays. Chandler needs to go to Thailand for a few years and get his career on track. Why Thailand? What is it about ladyboys that would get Chandler's career on track? Francis bankrupt to the PFL. True. Murab has a goated resume, but he's low-key kind of shit. Umar, on paper, is literally better everywhere. Yeah, I want to talk about that, actually. How fucked is it? How fucked is it, guys, that the UFC and the PI told the champion not to enter the building because the contender was already in there training? Like, if it kind of, I know like Dagestani privilege isn't real, but it does reek of like privilege to the team Khabib, to team Abdulmanap. The fact that the contender can stay in the PI and train, and the champion is told, no, you can't come in here. Surely it would have to be the other way around. I agree. I agree. Fuck Snow. Sniff instead. You're right, two smelly fingers. Mick Ward says cold Christmases in the UK are overrated, mate. But fair enough. Tai, what's up, brother? Where did the Mayans go? They got, you know what happened to them, mate. They should have invented gunpowder. Francis was hailed as the savior for fighters when he was actually the death, as he killed the only viable second promotion. Yeah, he did. It's just funny that it got sold as like this super fucking altruistic thing that he went and did. Like, look at me, I'm fighting for fighters' rights. My opponent is going to get $2 million. When you're right, what he did do was fuck up the entire B-League single-handedly in a move that was 100% self-driven, like most business moves are. He was there just to purely satisfy his own ego and try and become the boxing heavyweight champion of the world, and to get paid as much money as he possibly can, which I don't fault Francis for. It is your job as an employer to get as much money as you possibly can. That's all of our own jobs. But it's the PFL's job as a business to tell their employees, no, this is an unsustainable amount of money. The business has to come first. This isn't Francis's fault for going and getting the bag. It's Don Davis's fault for being a fucking idiot. Agree, Shotgun. People glazing Francis when all he did was fuck over the UFC and the PFL for personal gains. Like I just said, Nacho, I think he should. I think you should do that. If you are a fighter, you should try and go and get as much money as you can. It's on the PFL for being so dumb to give him that much money. And to give Renat Ferreira $2 million to fight Francis Ngannou, plus another $1 million to win their heavyweight. They gave Renat Ferreira $3 million. Poatan has cemented his all-time great status. Let's have a moment of silence in honor of his greatness. No, Poatan has been babied by the UFC. Because why not? It's better than the US and him running like 5 miles every day for his... Because why not? It's better than the US and him Merab running like 5 miles every day for his camp. Because why not? It's better than the US and him running like 5 miles every day. Well, I don't know what you mean by that one, Ratio. I'm sorry, brother. Merab is a fraud. It sucks for him. Merab isn't a fraud. It's just a contender has risen up that is better than him. I wouldn't say Merab's a fraud. I'd say Merab is legit, but he's just legit number 2 at the moment. Umar probably had it booked, and the retard Merab can't read his itinerary properly. I'd believe that. I would believe that. Tai says the answer that I was seeking. Yeah, well, no, mate. Merab is the one who threatened to attack Umar, not the other way around. So because I'm just so I get this straight, right? Because the champion is the one starting fights in the PI, kick the champion out. I don't disagree with that. That's fair enough. I mean, Merab cannot hold it together for a fucking second, so it makes sense. I was responding to why I should go to Thailand. Oh, okay, right, Ratio. Because why not? It's better than the US and... Oh, yeah, that's true. Yes, yeah. I would say training in Thailand would be better. Be cheaper, be better on his cardio, and there's ladyboys. So it's a win-win for everyone. I'm with you, Ratio. I'm with you. So Francis didn't fumble the bag. No, Francis did what Francis should do. It's my job to get us paid as much as I can. It's your job to get you paid as much as you can. It's your boss's job to say that is an unsustainable amount of money for this business. It's my job to tell my subcontractors, I can't fucking pay you that much. The job isn't worth that much money. This is like a fucking retarded plasterer can figure out what makes money and what doesn't make money. And giving Renan Ferreira $3 million in 2024 and paying for a movie-sized budget and putting on Bellator versus the PFL at a fucking $10 million price tag doesn't make money, Don Davis. You idiot. Yeah, fighting Young 3 months after getting KO'd stiff by Izzy is really getting babied. Yeah, that is. Well, no, because he got they robbed Jan. They robbed Jan Blachowicz in that fight. Jan Blachowicz won that fight pretty clearly if you watch it. I was responding to why I should go to Thailand. Yep. Thoughts on Izzy versus Amavov? I still think Izzy has something left in the tank. I'm picking Izzy. I'm picking Izzy on that one. You don't piece up Dricus du Plessis and then lose to Imavov. And I don't know why, but I believe in my heart of heart, in my soul of souls, that Imavov doesn't have any power in his fists. That stoppage against Jared Cannonier was the weakest stoppage I've ever seen in my life. Ruined Jared Cannonier's own career. Ruined Jared Cannonier's career. And Izzy was, let's face it, Izzy was on his way to putting away DDP. DDP, I won't say got lucky because this is what DDP does. He just wins. But yeah, Izzy put away DDP. Was going to put away DDP. Let's do this. Okay. And then we'll switch across. Boom. Okay, so reasons the UFC is a fake organization. Ladies and gentlemen, let us get into this. Is the UFC fake? I better make that as a question because you don't want to get sued. Okay. Same owners, the TKO Group. The TKO Group, DDP won 2 rounds. Yeah, but is it Yeah, but the way that fight was going, Cage, we all saw it. Can you please define fake a bit more? We're going to. That's what we're going to go through, and we're going to go through it point by point. As in, okay, let us define fake. Let us define fake. Or the champion is not about the best MMA athlete in the world. But then it must be the UFC then. Like, if it's not the champion, then what is it about? Let's just leave it as it's not about the best MMA athlete in the world. It's almost got nothing to do with that. It's not about the best MMA athlete in the world. Let me read your chats. Let me end the poll, read your chats, and then we'll press on. Francis is scared of John Jones. I don't think so, Ratio. I don't think he is. I think John Jones is scared of losing any more legacy. Out of Francis Ngannou, Tom Aspinall, and John Jones, I don't think anyone is scared to fight anyone. I think the only one that is scared of anything is that John Jones is scared of losing any more legacy. That's what I would go as far to say, and that's about it. It's not Francis's fault, but him acting like he's a modern-day Robin Hood or Nelson Mandela and doing it for the other fighters was nonsense, and Ariel was the worst about all of that. Yes, that I'll completely agree with. Yeah. That I will completely 100% agree with. And Ariel was literally just championing it shotgun because he hates the UFC. But it was got nothing to do with these Robin Hood fighter care, trying to make a difference, none of that. Who you got, Dougie, Aspinall or John Jones? Aspinall, Mick Ward, by a country mile, mate. I think Tom Aspinall versus Francis Ngannou is a 50-50 fight, but by a country mile, John Jones, Tom Aspinall destroys John Jones. Don Doofus pays Ronaldo to attend his shows, but not actual world champion. Yeah. Idiotic. Izzy's boxing volume and combos looked better than it ever has against DDP. Contender Izzy. When Izzy has to attack, he's dangerous. When Izzy already has the title and he just needs to sit back, be defensive, and leg kick from range, he's impossible to watch and be entertained. But Contender Izzy, I'm here for it. Michael Jai White versus Joe Rogan. Who wins in an MMA fight? Joe Rogan snaps his arm. Puts him in a headlock like a vice grip, like a bear chewing through metal. And man, Imavov's stoppage against Cannonier was nonsense. Pissed me off because Jared is 40, so it basically ruined his title chat. Yeah, that was the end. That was like we watched a man's life's work get stripped away from him in a moment. It was really sad to see. DDP won 2 rounds. He was going to lose towards the end. Izzy is very good or very arse. Just depends on how John Jones he wants to act. I do think, Ratio, it depends on whether he's chasing the title or defending the title. They're two different Israel Adesanyas. We're back in the age of Contender Izzy, where he actually has to chase his opponent across the ring. What's up, Christian Gray? How are you, brother? Happy Kwanzaa to you, mate. I like Imavov, and I thought he did well against Strickland, but unless he smudges Izzy, I think he's going to get picked apart. I agree, mean Mr. Bean. And even then, Izzy's counter grappling is quite good. It can be quite good. So yeah, I agree. So we ended up with Izzy winning 72% against 27% out of 11 of you. That's pretty much the entire channel was watching and voted on that one. Thank you, lads. Yeah, I agree. I think Izzy's got this one pretty easily in the bank. I would disagree because otherwise Merab and Bilal wouldn't be allowed to have title shots. John would smoke Francis Ngannou. I don't know, dude. I don't know. John Jones is 37. Although Francis isn't the youngest chook in the shed. Do we have a rainbow emoji for John Jones? Do we have a rainbow emoji? Do we have a rainbow? Well, ladies and gentlemen, we don't have a rainbow. That's all right. That's okay. We'll do the poll without a rainbow. That's all right, chat. We'll do it without a rainbow. Who wins in 2025? So consider both their ages. Consider Francis's knees and John Jones in a MMA fight, 25 minutes championship fight. Who wins, boys? I would disagree because otherwise, Merab and Bilal won't be allowed to have title shot. Well, this is the thing, right? This is the thing. There are 40% real title shots, Nacho. There are some real title shots, but it is not a lot, is it? 40% of real title shots in 2024 is not exactly like a legitimate conversation. Do we all agree that Izzy versus Rob 1 was the most dangerous that Izzy ever was? I don't know, dude. Probably, I would say maybe Izzy versus Gastelum. Like, Izzy was ready to die in there. Cannonier was on the way out of that fight either way. I know, but you want to see someone like Cannonier, who was essentially, he was doing the work. Cannonier was doing the Max Holloway, Robert Whittaker work of being the contender again. And I hate to see an old man, as an old man myself, my Christmas was great, Chris. My Christmas was great. I hate to see, how was your Christmas, dude? How was yours? I'll catch up to you, Chris. We'll have a chat after this. I hate to see an old man like Jared Cannonier, who, like, as an old man myself who does the work. Jared Cannonier was an old man who was doing the work, trying to be the champ again, and he had that ripped away from him. That sucks. If he's going to go out on his own, if he's going to get knocked out or lose a decision, I want to see him do it going down swinging. My Christmas was great, Chris. I got a full set of UFC pajamas from Jamie, which was awesome. This card, which is bloody hilarious. And my brother got me a neon UFC sign, which I'm going to put up in the plain white wall background that you guys see in the daily videos. I'll put that in that because it's a bit hard to have a neon sign hung up on this wicker basket backdrop that I've got. So yeah, man, I hope yours was good. I think yours is still going, right? Yours is continuing on. We're in the middle of the North American Christmas right now. They learned their lesson after giving Merab and Bilal their shots, which is why Pereira's next opponent is probably going to be Allberg. Yeah, they have like realized this isn't a meritocracy. And that's why I'm like, is the UFC... I don't think the fights are fake like the WWE. Let's get back into it. I don't think the fights are fake like the WWE, but when you look at everything, the in-house drug testing, this means that there's certain athletes that are going to pop and certain athletes that aren't going to pop. And even when an athlete does pop, like Khalil Roundtree, he can still get a title shot. You can't trust an organization that has in-house drug testing. You plain cannot, right? And then the judging. There's always the judging that goes to the UFC star. Always. We've seen that time and time and time and time again. Like, again, to keep Cyril Gane around, just like to get rid of Volkov and to keep Cyril Gane around, is a goddamn joke. And then you've got protected superstars. You've got John Jones, who is a protected superstar. You've got Alex Pereira, who is a protected superstar. He should be fighting Magomed Ankalaev. Sean O'Malley is a protected superstar. You can't have the same owners as a fully scripted fighting organization, a fucking real title shot 1 in 4 times, in-house drug testing, bad judging, and then protected superstars, and be called a legitimate fighting organization. What the UFC actually is just the WWE with real fights. It's not a real MMA organization. What's the word I'm looking for? What's the right way to surmise this, chat? Help me with this. Like, they are doing real MMA, but it's not actually a competitive sport. Is that the words I'm looking for? Like, it's not actually a competitive sport. It's not a legitimate sport. What's the word I'm looking for? Let me read some of your chats. Izzy versus Costa was lethal as well. I thought of that one as well, Shotgun. Izzy versus Costa was absolutely lethal as well, man. Yeah. Yeah, contender Izzy. Well, that was defending Izzy. But You know, there's an Izzy when Izzy knows that he's in danger. That's the Izzy that we want to see. That's the Izzy with the fire in him. You know what I mean? And then when an Izzy is like, right, I've just got to stay safe and stay at range, that's the Izzy that we've grown to know a lot over the last few years. Izzy versus Poatan in an MMA rematch. Yes, please, Weston, give it to me. Inject it into my veins. The UFC got rid of USADA because they refused to bend the rules for Conor McGregor. Yeah, they got rid of USADA for a lot. Like, they couldn't control USADA. This is the problem. Like, one of the biggest reasons they got rid of USADA is because USADA would test the athletes almost too much or in unhelpful ways to the UFC. And when USADA caught someone, the UFC literally said during their press conference of why they were getting rid of USADA is they wanted to work with USADA to come up with a few, not excuses, but to give reasons as to why some athletes were popping for certain things. And USADA wouldn't bend on that. So the UFC were like, well, then you can fuck off. Damn set of UFC pajamas. I'll have to see you wearing them in the next fight card. Oh, well, I'll chuck them on. There's a photo of them in the Discord. With a Golden Gate time. Of course. The UFC robberies are so suspicious as well. Literally every single time, it always goes in the UFC's favor. Yeah. So again, you've got judging that sort of doesn't lend itself to a legitimate MMA competition. I guess that's what we're saying here. Like, it's not about the best. It's not legitimate MMA who's the best fighter in the world. It's how many pay-per-views can we sell this month. That's what it's... And that is an entertainment company. Like, if the core of what you're doing here is who's the best or how much money can we make this year, that is a entertainment company, not an actual athletic pursuit. Yeah. So I would say the answer to this question is sort of yes. Yes, it is. I prefer it this way, to be honest. I mean, it's entertaining. I'm not going to say it's not entertaining, Nacho. It's definitely entertaining. And that's the thing. Like, the PFL could be seen as, like, the world's most legitimate MMA organization. Like, technically, the PFL's title picture is the peak of MMA. Technically. But the PFL is boring as shit. If a no-name contender becomes undeniable, they will give him a shot, but match him up with hype names as soon as they can. I think that's the thing, Mr. Bean. Like, there's a certain mix to the recipe of what the UFC does. It's just... And this is why I was drawing those... This is why I was drawing those comparisons of, like, salt in the water, right? Like, there's a certain... You can have a glass of water, but there's a certain amount of salt you can mix into it, where that water becomes an electrolyte drink, where it actually makes the water better, but then you can add so much salt that that water becomes toxic and becomes undrinkable. Like, at what point is it where Nacho is saying, I prefer it this way? And I do prefer. I prefer the UFC's model over the PFL's model. I do. I really do. But at what point do you start adding salt so much that it's like, what the fuck are we doing here? So you could take a no-name contender, who Sean O'Malley was, right? Sean O'Malley was a no-name contender, and they kept pushing him along until he got so many wins that they could actually make him a legitimate MMA. How much salt do you put in your water, doggy? About three turns of the salt shaker. About 3 cranks. Let's move on. So yeah, like, at what point do you need to see the UFC be legit? My Christmas has been pretty solid, though. About to make some homemade mac and shit. That sounds so fucking good. Nacho goes, I'm about to cook up some leftovers for lunch. No, dude, I have had a fucking protein shake today. We ate so much goddamn food yesterday. Fuck me. It's going to be leftovers between now and New Year's. That's it. But nice, man. What time is it over there, Christian Grey? How far away is the store from your house that you saw the Rainbow Gay Times at? Not too far, about 15 minutes up the road. We'll get Rainbow Gay. You know what? For the first Apex card back, fucking Dern versus Ribas, I think it is. Whatever the first pay-per-view back is, we'll get some Golden Gay Times for that one, brother. Does this mean that the WWE isn't real either? I know, two smelly fingers. I'm sorry, mate. CM Punk versus Alex Pereira for the light heavyweight title. Chris, did you see that they asked Alexander Volkanovski if he would fight Alex Pereira? You know, if it's short notice and I have no time to prepare and the money's right, I'd step up in there against Alex Pereira. I wouldn't mind that at all, mate. Give me a little bit of time, a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper. I think he'd be done. It's the fight that people want to see, man. The UFC, they're in the entertainment game first and in the fight game second. Yes, Mickey Ward. Yes, mate. They're in the entertainment game first. It's just like, we need to remember that. Like, next year, when the fights get set up and people start bitching about how Alex Pereira is still ducking Magomed Ankalaev, they need to remember, and the managers need to know this as well, like, there is something that is maybe more important than how your fight goes. It's that 30 seconds on the microphone. Look at Moicano. Look at Moicano. He understands that 30 seconds on the microphone is more important to him than beating the piss out of the person opposite him in the cage. And Buckley has figured that out as well. Tom Aspinall has figured that out as well. The fighters that figure out that when fucking DC walks up to you and puts that microphone in your face, or when Bisping walks up to you and puts that microphone in your face, that 30 to 60 seconds is what you are actually here to do. That is probably the most important part of your night. And the fighters that don't get that, the ones that just go, oh, I just wanna thank God, obrigado, I'll take anyone, next one up. They're wasting their time. They're as my dad used to say, they're pissing in the wind, mate. And that just means you end up with piss all over yourself, and no one wants that. Let's press on. If they go through with making Pereira versus Allberg, they've gone way too far. I love that, Toad. I love that, man. Like, to me, the idea of Alex Pereira versus Khalil Rountree, when I was really thinking about it and making this video, is the UFC fake, I realized that was worse than John Jones versus Stipe Miocic. At least Stipe Miocic was the former, or is the best heavyweight of all time. At least Stipe Miocic has that. But Khalil Rountree is just the ranked number 8 guy, and the UFC went out of their way to pre-book Magomed Ankalaev to keep him out of the way. Like, there's some little bit of justifiability for John Jones, the best light heavyweight of all time, to fight the best heavyweight of all time. But Alex Pereira versus Khalil Rountree was just a fucking joke. Just a fucking gimmick. Just to give Alex Pereira some free legacy. And it won him the Fighter of the Year, which is also a fucking joke. And I love that people are like, this time though, if they make Pereira versus Allberg, this time they've gone too far. You're not alone in thinking that, Todathan. O'Malley versus Yarn. Jones versus Ray. What's up, Kenny? How are you, brother? I hope you're doing good, man. I hope it's going well. Keep working away at it, dude. It looks sick. It looks sick, bro. O'Malley versus Yarn, Jones versus Reyes, Paddy versus Gordon, Cejudo versus DJ2, Emmett versus Cater, Dillashaw versus Sandhagen. The list is endless. Yeah, you've also, like, when you're gambling on the UFC, boys, in 2025, consider decisions and consider who is the star. Yeah? Volk said he'd fight any weight division if he got... I know. And Volk's sort of like... I mean, he's fought at welterweight before. The thing is, Volk's put his money where his mouth is, Nacho. It's crazy. I've got my money on Alexander the Great Volkanovski. Way! Rainbow Golden Gate times for the boys. Yeah, Christian Grey. Why not, mate? First card back. Let's do it. Volk versus Aspinall for the BMF. I like that. That's the original... That's the way it should be. And I think Volk beats Tom Aspinall. I think Volk flies up in the air and spinning oblique kicks him right in his weak kneecaps and destroys Tom Aspinall. Not gonna lie, WWE is the funniest thing ever when you were a kid and thought it was still real, like Undertaker wrecking guys with lightning bolts and Kane chokeslamming guys to help. My peak fandom moment of the WWE, there was this guy that came with a sock puppet and he would shove the sock puppet down people's throats. I loved that guy. And then I think his character died or they killed him off. But he had like a leather mask and a sock puppet. I loved that guy so much. I can't remember his name to save my life, but his walkout was I might get nostalgic with it for Christmas and chuck it on while I do a bit of gaming this afternoon. It's 5:20 p.m. here in the West Coast in Canada. Well, have a good night, mate. Have a good Christmas night, Christian Graythan. Enjoy it, mate. Unless you're into that sort of thing, getting choked out with a sock. Not my sort of thing, but, I'm not here to yuck people's young, too smelly fingers. Damn, there's a lot of chats. What's up, Alex? How are you, brother? Let me catch up on everyone's chats. How are you, Alex? What's good, man? Aspinall's what are we doing? Aspinall's problem is he is way too nice, way too polite to Jones, and it's gotten him nowhere. Yeah, he needs to slowly start ratcheting it up. Damn, Volk versus Alex Pereira is a close fight. I agree, man. People forget, man. Alexander Volkanovski fought at welterweight, man. It's the only right fight we give Volk the retirement scrap that he wants. If Alexander Volkanovski beat Alex Pereira, which he would easily, he would out-wrestle Alex Pereira easily. Alexander Volkanovski is easily the greatest UFC fighter of all time. Aspinall needs to come for John Jones's head like Conor came for Jones's head to Jose's head. I thought we were talking about Conor McGregor and what he likes on Instagram again. I agree. That's the approach John Jones needs to have. Shotgun. R. Kelly pissing into the wind is like scratching his own back. That's how he stays warm at night. Pissing into the wind and then turning his back to it. What's your favorite Mario game? Don't have one. Probably Mario Kart. Mario Kart on the N64. Alex versus Anthony Smith for the strap is the only real fight to make in the division. This is what I'm talking about. This is what the Alex Pereira fans want to see. Alex Pereira versus Anthony Smith. Oi, oi, currently fighting for my life on the fucking toilet, says Alex. I don't blame you, mate. Christmas Day was a hell of a battle. I've still only had a protein shake since yesterday, and it's 12 o'clock in the afternoon, 12:30 in the afternoon. I'm still full from yesterday. I'm praying for you, Alex. Hang in there, mate. Mankind. That sock puppet thing was fucking... It was good. Yeah, I bet you loved the dude who shoved his hands down other dudes' throats. Mick Foley, he was based on Leatherface with the shirt and tie and the mask. Did Mick Foley have the sock puppet thing? Yeah. Okay, cool. I've caught up with everyone's chats. I'm Merry Boxing Day. Did you also see Conor getting caught liking the John Jones-esque porn? I did. Conor McGregor has done that thing where he's taken... You've seen it, boys, on the internet. You know what I'm talking about here. You know those guys, they start going to the gym, and then they start doing tren, and then because they take so many steroids and they are constantly taking photos of their aesthetic and then comparing it with photos of the other guy's aesthetic, and then they make gym mates, and then like they all take off their shorts and their pants and they stand there in their underwear admiring each other's aesthetic, and then they very, very slowly, after 2 years of going to the gym and taking tren and admiring each other's aesthetic, next thing you know, they're having a few shakes of the Schultzaker. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Conor McGregor has gone down that path to the point now where he can't differentiate the difference between things. He'll happily drag a midget to the NBA bathroom. Happily. But then at the same time, he'll be, while he's at it, scrolling Twitter, just fucking liking things. Like, it's wild. And then the midget will be shaking around and Conor McGregor will be like, "Stay in your base!" It's wild. Does it snow over at all in Aussie land? It does, mate. We have a alpine peaks here where it snows every winter. Yeah. Skipping over Magomed 3 times in a row is fucking insane. It is, Toad, and yet the poetards will still not cry about it. You know, and I don't care. I don't give a fuck enough about Magomed Ankalaev to make the amount of videos that I made on it. But think about it, Toad. Right? Look at all of MMA YouTube, including myself, the Guru, Lucas Tracy, Kenny Okoye. Look at all of MMA YouTube. All of us. We all made 1 million videos about John Jones ducking Tom Aspinall. We made 1,000 videos. Who has said diddly shit about Magomed Ankalaev against Alex Pereira? I've made maybe 2 videos about it because I don't give a fuck that much, but it's worth pointing out as an MMA fan. Like, this is kind of fucked up, boys. This is kind of fucked up, yeah? Even MMA Joey, like the biggest Dagestani D-rider on MMA YouTube, hasn't made that much noise about it. It's like, you need the fans to care about you to help you through this system. This bullshit system that is not about a meritocracy, it's about entertainment. You need to entertain the fans so that when the UFC fucks you, like they've fucked Magomed Ankalaev, the UFC fans start screaming about it to the point where now Dana White is undeniably on the side of, we have to get Tom Aspinall in there with John Jones. There will never be a fan base that is screaming enough to say, we need to get Magomed Ankalaev in there against Alex Pereira. It's been crazy stormy here for a few days. Might lose power. Damn, dude. I hope you get, when the sun comes back on. You retard, Doug. When the power comes back on, consider getting one of those big power packs. I've got one called a Blue Eddy. It's got like 4 or 5 days worth of electricity stored in it. You can plug it into a solar blanket. We've had the power go out a few times and I plug it straight into the fridge and the food stays cold. It's beautiful. It's true that steroids do indeed turn you John Jones, Gordon Levitt-esque. I agree. I know. More plates, more dates talks about Tren and how it fucks up your sexual appetite. Yep. We all saw that video of what Tren does to your brain. Yeah, and Conor McGregor has been taking relentless steroids for like 2 or 3 years now. Wearing Versace underwear. This is like this isn't a hard maths equation to put together, right? Conor McGregor is... Well, you guys can finish the sentence. Sometimes I wonder what Conor Midget from BKFC is up to. Mate, she's still telling stories around the campfire. There was a time where I met Conor McGregor and me and him fucked so fucking... I can still feel him to this day. Conor is clearly addicted to dopamine at this point, and he is doing crazy shit to get that hit. Yes. Yeah, absolutely. He's the classic dude who's chasing the old golden days of when he was on top of the world. That's the classic dude. He was destined for a sus downfall. Yes. Pereira said he'd make it as hard as possible for Ank to fight him. Well, then it's undeniable. It's absolutely undeniable then at this point. Like... Alex Pereira is ducking Magomed Ankalaev. And if you're an Alex Pereira fan, you're a fan of a duck. As fucking undeniable as it can be. Where are we? So he's not the fighter of the... Yeah, let's get into this, right? Do we have time to get into this? Yeah. Alex Pereira slander. Where is my Alex Pereira slander? I've been working on this one behind the scenes. Alex Pereira is not the fighter of the year. He's a fucking duck. He is being held up by the fanboys. The 2025 Duck of the Year. Alex Pereira. And his fake legacy being held up by the Alex Pereira fanboys. We're getting into the anti-Alex Pereira era. The anti-Alex Pereira era. That's gold. We're going to get into our anti-Alex Pereira era. All right, let me read some more of your chats. Conor is clearly addicted to dopamine. Yep. Nacho, you haven't heard Conor uses... No, Nacho, you haven't heard Conor uses her for his own little mermaid in front of the Lambo yacht. Jones ducking Tom is reminiscent of Tito ducking Chuck back in the day. Yeah, very, very similar. Very similar. Rest in peace, Ankalaev. Is it very smoky near you? It is, Bilal's good eye. It is. Why do you have to be such a Grinch on Christmas? Sorry, Cheeky. I know, mate. I know. It's rude to ruin the UFC on Christmas Day, isn't it? But, this is the time of the year where all the distractions stop and we can talk about what's real. And what's real? It isn't the fucking UFC, mate. That's for sure. What have I done to the chat? Doug, I don't hate Alex Pereira. Doug opens up his Alex Pereira slander folder. I don't hate him. I don't hate him. I don't hate him. I don't hate him. It's just, we've got things to talk about, right? We've got things to talk about. And the reason that he has robbed Chad Puria of being the fighter of the year in 2025. Check this out, right? You chat, you will know about this, okay? Where's my reasons? Where is my reasons that Ilia Topuria is a Chad list? Where is my Ilia Topuria is a Chad folder? Where is that? There it is. All right. There we go. Yep. Yep. There we go. All right, cool. Let's get into the... I'm getting goddamn tired of you dissing Alex Pereira, Dougie. Oh, look at that. Yeah, who was the real fighter of the year? 10 votes. You guys know what's up. I'm not dissing Alex Pereira. I'm not dissing Alex Pereira, Chris. I'm not. Alex doesn't even speak. I never understand the... Alex doesn't even speak. I never understand the hate. I'm not hating him, Nick. I'm not hating him. I'm just talking about fake legacy versus real legacy. Please don't disrespect Alex. He's been the only good thing to happen in the UFC this year. Wrong. 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 Chad Puria has been the best thing to happen to the UFC this year. An actual MMA fighter that knows how to talk shit and defends the title against the legitimate #1 contender. What's up, Not the AM, bro? How are you, dude? Happy American Christmas. Happy Boxing Day in Australia. I hope you're having a good one, man. It's time for you to taste a Golden Gay time that you don't even want. Dude, I'll go and get the John Jones Golden Gay time. I will. He's openly dunking Ank, but fanboys love to change the definition of a duck to what suits them. I know, Toad. I know. That is why we need to talk about this. We need to bring this up and get into it. Bro broke the record for title defenses and saved the UFC from several saved events. Show the man some respect. I'm going to show him respect. I think he should be the second best fighter of the year. The B fighter, the runner-up, the silver medal. But the actual fighter of the year is Ilia Topuria. Alex saved 3 pay-per-views. Chad Puria fights once every 9 months. Quack, 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 motherfucker. The King Chad Duck crown from Mean Mr. Bean. I mean, you're wrong, and I'll go through while you're wrong in a few moments, mate. After this, pull up the Dougie workout videos folder. There isn't. I'm not on trend. Thought we called him the rat around these, but no, he's Chad Puria. Alberto Topuria is already acting like a diva and being annoying, claiming he's already conquered the division after 1 defense. When you beat up the 2 best fighters in the division, you have conquered the division by default. Like, Alexander Volkanovski and Max Holloway both destroyed the entire division through multiple runs and multiple eras. When you combine both of them and destroy them easily, you are technically the best. Actual MMA fighter fights once a year and then says he won't fight everyone ever. The rat 0 defenses to Puria. Wrong. Wrong. He fought twice this year. Oh. Let's move the chat over here. 2 fights in 1 year. Against the actual #1 contenders. Real finishes, right? Duck of the year. Running from Ankalaev. Moved in on Jamal Hill when the fight was stopped. No one's looking for you, mate. Actual MMA fighter once a year. Ain't nobody got time for that. The rat 0 defenses to Puria. He's got 2 defenses. Hand sanitizer boy is ducking Patty the Batty. Oh, Patty the Batty. Oh, Batty the Batty. What's up, cheeky eye? Bro, you look like you hit rock bottom. Gotta take a shower. We can smell your manure mint from here. Manure and mint. They're 2 opposing smells, mate. You don't conquer the division with 2 wins. That's some MMA math shit. Just when I started to think that Dougie was okay. Fought a compromised Volk, which was forced into an early title fight. Volk was not forced into that. Volk chose to do that, to step back up. You have to beat all the contenders 2 times over, like Jones or Silva or GSP. I wish people would do that. I wish people would just hang around and do that. People forget, man. Dougie used to live in Brazil and got fired from a tire changing job for Alex. Then he stole his girlfriend by just saying Sharma. Alex Burrow just walked up to Jamie and went, Sharma. Tapuria is literally just yapping like he always does. There's no reason to look into it. Yeah, remember when Tapuria was like, I'm not going to fight Max Holloway. There's no point. And then instantly fought Max Holloway and slept him. Wrong. Rose Namajunas is the best everyone knows. I'm the best. I'm the best, man. I'm the best. Chris, I'm pretty sure Dougie confirmed Alex split with Jamie, his sister. That's why he's upset. I'm pretty sure Dougie confirmed that Alex slept with Jamie, his sister, and his mum too. That's why he's so upset. I'm not upset. I'm not upset. The hatred runs deep. DJ Aiden is back. Good to see. The hatred runs deep. I don't hate him. I just want MMA fans to stop glazing him and realize he's not the fighter of the year. Alex Tapuria, in all seriousness, Alex Tapuria and Alex Pereira and Ilia Tapuria should technically have the same amount of fights this year. But Ilia Tapuria's fights have got better legacy than Alex Pereira's fights. That is just a fact. That is a fact. Alex beat your boy Jizzy. I don't like Jizzy. This has to be the most retarded Doug thing he's ever done on the chat. The most retarded thing Doug has ever done on the chat. I can understand that. Do you really think Pereira is ducking Ank, or the UFC is understanding he's a cash cow and only want to put him in title fights versus strikers, aka Allberg? I call the Allberg fight. I actually think he started with the UFC protecting him, and now he's leaning into it and going, fuck it, I'll duck Ankalaev, it'll be funny. That's what I actually think. I think at this point, he is actually ducking Ankalaev, but it started with the UFC protecting him. Fuck, that picture of Ilya is embarrassing. Dude, this is the one I have in my bedroom. Up over the bedroom wall. Sup, DJ Aiden, we missed you. We missed you, mate. Show us the spot where Alex Pereira hurt you, Dougie. He didn't chooses lies. That's some UFC propaganda. Literally no champion would fight a title fight in 2 months after getting KO'd brutally. He was forced. Stop crying. He chose to fight against Ilia Tapuria. They would have made it against anyone else for an interim title instead. Alex is what every champion should strive to be. Fights 4 times a year, unlike the rest of these lame champs who fight once a year. Ilia Tapuria fought twice this year. Ilia Tapuria, Dougie has a mirror over his bed, and where I lay in the bed, it's got Ilia Tapuria's face. So it looks like I've got it's a nice little matchup, mate. It's a nice little matchup. But in all seriousness, right? Apart from moving in on Hill when Hill was not ready for it and sleeping Hill, apart from doing that god-awful move, stay where you are, Alex Pereira. He is now, at this point, running from Ankalaev. That is legit. He is running from Ankalaev. Stop it, you dog. Legit, he is running from Ankalaev. His 2 wins this year, Jamal, and what was the other one? Yuri. They are not as good as Alex, they are not as good as Alexander Volkanovski and Max Holloway. So he has actually got 2 better legacy wins this year than Alex Pereira does. Legit. No joke. All bullshit aside. Ilia Topuria has got 2 better legacy wins this year than Alex Pereira does. The Khalil Roundtree one literally should not count for shit. It literally should not count for shit. So the actual fighter of the year is Ilia Topuria. He defended his belt 3 times in 7 months this year. You are retarded. Jug's just yapping into the wind at this point. I am not, dude. That point I am making is deadly serious. Ilia Topuria's 2 wins are better legacy wins than Alex Pereira's 2 wins. Think about how Jamal Hill won the title, man. Legit. Think about how Jamal Hill won the title. Jamal Hill was ranked number 11th or number 7th from memory and beat up a out-the-door retired Glover Teixeira to become the title holder. Like, light heavyweight is a dog shit division. It's a dog shit division. And he rose to the top of it and did really fucking well. I'm not talking shit. I'm not hating Alex Pereira. He definitely deserves to be second in line for fighter of the year. He deserves to be a number 2 fighter of the year. But Ilia Topuria rose to the top of one of the hardest divisions in the UFC, maybe the top 3 hardest division in the UFC, slept Volkanovski after Volkanovski was looking great in the first round, and then became the first person ever to sleep Max Holloway. That is a legit, non-retarded, real argument as to why Ilia Topuria should be the fighter of the year. Legit. What I know about these ducks is that justice will get served in the end. Like Leon got beaten up against Bilal and O'Malley got beaten up against Alex Pereira. Pereira's time is coming. It is just a matter of time. That's the thing with the ducks, Cayman. Yeah, and how are you, dude? Hope you're doing good, man. It's good to see you. You can't duck your entire division for more than a year. Shit. Sorry, not the AM, bro. Sorry, mate. I didn't see that, man. Let me read that. Let me finish with Cayman and then I'll go back and read yours, brother. Justice will get served to them in the end. Yeah, dude, and this is what happened. Like, this is the thing, right? They keep these good names, these great names like Alex Pereira at the top of everyone's tongues for as long as they can. And then people like Nacho, unfortunately, start believing all the UFC's propaganda. And when they do eventually have reality come and slap them in the face, it's like such a surprise and so shocking to them when it's like, if this wasn't the case, if this wasn't reality, why did he need protecting from the UFC? Like, if he is the baddest man in the UFC at the moment, the most untouchable guy in the UFC at the moment, why does he need protecting from the UFC? Not the AM bro says, the thing I hate most about the forced Volk title fight is we will never get to know what a prime looked like versus the Chad Ilia Topuria. If I was Pereira, I'd do the same. He's the UFC's biggest star. He can literally do anything he wants. He can do anything that he wants. I don't blame him for leaning into the UFC protecting him. And as for the forced Volk title fight, I wish Volkanovski took that after 8 months of getting knocked out. I really do. But then the other thing that we have to consider is Volk's age is Volk's age. Like, the longer that he was going to take off, the slower he's going to look. I don't believe that if Alexander Volkanovski fought Ilia Topuria in February, I don't think Volk would look better in the first round than he did last year. I think he would just have a little bit more ring rust. He'd be a little bit of a step behind. He'd be a little bit slower. It's like Henry Cejudo. He was just a little bit worse than he was after retirement. It's just like, age is what age is. You know what I mean? Dougie's Corner is my favorite Mexican YouTuber. Not Mexican, but I appreciate it. Color... Yeah, I appreciate it, mate. Thank you. I agree. Ilia's 2024 wins are better, but I rank... Thank you for taking this seriously, Mr. Meg, because I was trolling at the start, but I'm being serious at the end here. I agree. Ilia's 2024 wins are better, but I rank Pereira higher in the pound for pound because of his wins inside the 2 weight classes in as many years. That's a decent enough argument, rather than being like he is just a Chad Sharma. That is a very decent enough argument. in as many years. So in the last 2 years. Yeah, I guess in the last 2 years he was the middleweight champ as well. Yeah, that's fair, man. That's fair. But I'm gonna continue arguing for just an isolated 2024. Just an isolated 2024. Ilia Topuria has had a better 2024 legacy-wise than Alex Pereira, because the Khalil Roundtree fight is bullshit. The Khalil Roundtree fight is just a give me. It is just a give me. Like, if you reach down the ranking, if you gave where is the fucking lightweight, the featherweight rankings? So essentially, it's like giving Ilia Topuria either Arnold Allen or Calvin Kattar and being like, amazing. He beat the shit out of Calvin Kattar. Amazing. How did he do that? I never saw that coming. Amazing. Undeniable. Pound for pound. He beat the shit out of Calvin Kattar. That's what it's like. Dougie has officially crashed out. I'm not, man. I'm not. Agree. Dougie gave out his own year worth of smelly meat part pies and jars for Christmas. Thanks, Chris. Dougie is a secret Izzy fan. I'm not an Izzy fan. I'm trying to point out that beating fucking Jamal Hill and Yuri Prohaska is not as good as sleeping Max Holloway and Volkanovski in the same year. I'm honestly surprised this is getting more pushback. I kind of thought this would be an easy win for me. Like, being like, the UFC is fake, and everyone's like, yeah, the UFC kind of is fake. I legitimately thought that trying to explain to MMA fans that fucking knocking out Max Holloway and Alexander Volkanovski in the same year is more impressive than knocking out Jamal Hill, who beat up fucking 43-year-old Glover Teixeira. Bro, I agree with everything you say. Thank you, Color. Thank you. I appreciate it. Doug has officially crashed out. I wish he never fought Islam on short notice and just fought the Rat in October. So honestly, not the AM, bro. So do I, man. So do I, dude. So do I. You can just call me Humble Color MMA. All right, Humble Color MMA. I will, man. Humble Color. Dude, your profile picture is Ilia Topuria. The one guy that's agreeing. Oh, god damn it. The one guy who's agreeing with me is fucking Ilia Topuria in his profile picture. Fucking Alex Pereira fans. They're fucking retards. Alright, I get it. I've been trolled. Okay, fine. You know what? Maybe you guys aren't ready for that level of truth yet. You know what I mean? Maybe you guys aren't ready for that, but your kids are gonna love it. One day, Alex Pereira is gonna get. One day, Alex Pereira. Yeah, one day Alex Pereira is gonna actually fight a legitimate number one contender. Props to Alex Pereira, the official ESPN MMA Fighter of the Year. It's what everyone has been saying the whole time. You spaz, Sharma. Nobody is saying those wins are as good. We're saying his extra activity and wins puts him at the top. It's not rocket science. Yeah, but the fucking... The Khalil Roundtree fight is just a give-me fight. It's just a give-me fight. If you don't give him the Khalil Roundtree fight, he has got the exact same activity as fucking Ilia Topuria. He's got the exact same activity. Fought twice in the same year. He would have fought twice in this year, and Ilia Topuria would have fought twice this year. Except you chuck on Khalil Roundtree and just be like, there you go. Like, it's fucking December. Why didn't we just give Ilia Topuria Calvin Kattar for fuck it? Because why not? Just take Calvin Kattar. There you go. How big is the framed Izzy poster in the shower, Dougie? You're officially my new favorite Mexican-looking YouTuber. I'm not Mexican. I'm Australian. I'd rather fight Ilya than Alex, so Alex is fighter of the year. Alex has stones tattooed on his hands, so he's fighter of the year. God damn it. I agree that Ilya Topuria should have gotten the fighter of the year award over Duck Era. Duck Era, that is, I'm using that one. Thank you, Colored Human MMA. Thank you, Ilya Topuria fan. Pereira fans are the new Izzy fans. Yes, Toad. Yes, man, legit. I've never been the guy to buy into the UFC propaganda, but unfortunately many do and get the fight picks wrong when the nightmare matchup actually happens. They never learn. I know, Cayman. I know. Just ask anyone that picked bloody Rebeles de España after we noticed that he couldn't be taken down. That he could be taken down so easily. It's a fight he took to save an event and he won, so he gets respect for it. He can get respect for it and he deserves respect for it. But he doesn't get... That's like a plus point to Alex, right? But then with Ilya Topuria, you've got to add on the fact that he knocked out Max Holloway. He didn't just beat Max Holloway. He knocked out Max Holloway. Like, he's got to get extra respect for that. He didn't just fight the number one contender. He fucking slept him. Imagine if John Jones fought Tom Aspinall and then fucking slept him in the third round. Slept him. He deserves extra respect for it. You know what I'm saying? Why are you being this way and crashing in on me? Go away. Imagine the hate Bilal would get if he got his ass kicked for 2 rounds by the number 8 guy. Thank you, Toad. Imagine the hate Bilal would get. Imagine the hate Bilal would get if he got his ass kicked by the number 8 guy. I lost my kid's college fund on Colby Covington. Oh, Kenny. Oh, Ken Dog. Why did you bet for Colby Covington? Don't do it, mate. Can you please do a poll on if you'd let Alexa Grasso give you a foot job? Only if she was wearing an Ilya Topuria mask. Are you an Islander or a European Australian? I'm a European. I'm a WOG, mate. I'm like Alexander Volkanovski. I'm a little bit of both, mate. Damn, it took me around 6 months and I finally knew who your celebrity lookalike is. Ilya Topuria? I know, mate. We look almost exactly the same. Me and Ilya. We're almost exactly the same. Shot for shot. Imagine when John Jones goes back down after KOing. Imagine when John Jones goes back down after KOing Aspinall and Alex KOs him stiff. Then Alex Pereira becomes the GOAT. Can we get a new topic, please? You've been thoroughly owned by chat on this one. I feel like I've easily won this. I feel like this has been an absolute win. I feel ready to make my next video. Why Alex Pereira is a duck and not the fighter of the year, and Ilya Topuria is the real Chad the UFC needs. I need to work on the title. Definitely need to work on the title. But that's a fair argument. And I've brought up legitimate points that validly stand. Are you a spoiled rich kid like Ilya Topuria? No, I wish I was. That'd be fucking great. I need that fan. That's why that was there. Spitting image of you and DJ Aiden's Mexican cousin Raul Rosas Jr. You're a mean drunk, Chris. You know that? You're a mean drunk, mate. I hope Ank knocks out Alex so that Alex won't fight. I hope that Ankalaev knocks out Alex so that Alex won't fight Jones or Aspinall. I don't see a reason why Alex Pereira, a loss to Magomed Ankalaev, stops him moving up to heavyweight. He lost to Israel Adesanya and then moved up to light heavyweight. So I don't see why he can't fight Magomed Ankalaev. Maybe lose, maybe win. And if he does lose, still fight Alex, Tom Aspinall and John Jones. Mario. He came back and destroyed him in the third and finished him in the fourth. Crying about 2 rounds is honestly a weak argument and just goes to show how good Alex is. That's all you can say. Having to pull it out of the fire to beat the ranked 8th guy coming off a drug suspension is a good thing, you reckon? All right, mate. If you say so. You know, if like your little brother grabs the controller and is playing you in Mario Kart and he starts whooping your ass and you have to pull it out of the fire to get a win over your little brother who's 6 years old. All right. If you think that's a good argument, Nacho, I'll let it run. If you don't want to delete that comment, you don't have to delete that comment. You can leave that up there. These streams stay alive. People will know that, you know, you said having to pull it out of the fire to beat your little brother on the controllers is a good thing. All right. All right, mate. All right, I can't make your arguments for you, Nacho. You want to leave that there? You're a mod. You can delete it. All right. All right, mate. Ilya beat 2 champs with 8 defenses between them. Alex beat 2 champs with 0 defenses between them. And a fun-sized Mr. T. Which chat is turning on who now, Nacho? How, mate? Are you 27 years old like Ilya Tapuria? No, I'm way older than that, mate. Alex is literally another classic kickboxer with deceiving takedown defense against non-wrestlers. He is no different than O'Malley in principle. In principle. At least, Alex Pereira isn't a fucking rooster. Ank will outstrike Alex with the takedown threat. There is a real chance of that happening, Toad. Yeah. Yeah, there is a real chance of that happening. Do you and Jamie ever go to the Aussie mountains for snowboarding, skiing with the kangaroos? We have before, inadvertently. We went up to a winter cabin for a getaway, and then we noticed that it was snowing up the road, so we went and hung out in the snow. What is your age? I'm in my mid-30s. I honestly don't remember. I'm rolling around 35 or 36, somewhere around there. Kidding, Dougie, you're a Rakic, Chad. Thanks, Christian Grey. Ilya Tapuria sucks. Wrong, Kenny. Is Bro Rakic's brother? I definitely look like him. Is Pereira? If Pereira came back in the 3rd and 4th against Ank, I'd respect that. But the champ shouldn't need to come back against Khalil. Ankalaev could barely beat a shithouse Rakic. I'm sure Alex is shaking in his boots. Rakic might be the worst fighter in the company. Yeah, light him up, Nacho. Light up that Austrian fuck. Give it to him. Boo, Rakic. You Austrian dickhead. Never be claimed by a Serb ever again. Never was. Never was. Good times. Bro is unk. What bro is an unk? Bro is, are you saying I'm old? I know, I keep saying I'm old. I make that insanely clear. Insanely clear. I thought Bunny MMA was an unk, but Dougie shows who the real unk is. Thank you, mate. Yeah, I'm an old man. So, now, chat. Now that we have debated, I didn't know that me and Nacho were going to get into a debate, but it turns out me and Nacho got into a debate. Now that we have debated, I asked you early on, before I started my argument, as to why Alex Pereira is the number 2 fighter of the year, not the number 1 fighter of the year. You guys came in at 69% over 30% with 10 votes for who the real fighter of the year is. Now that me and Nacho have both stated our case, and Nacho's case is, well, he beat up Jamal Hill pretty good, and he had to pull it out of the fire to beat up his little brother Khalil Roundtree. Now that, let's see if the voting swayed now that Nacho had his say. All right, Nacho. Let's see how the debate went. Let me read your chats. GSP got knocked out by Matt... Oh, I need my bloody poll, mate. There we go. GSP got knocked out by Matt Serra, and people call him the GOAT. Alex loses 2 rounds and finishes him, and you all act like he's trash. You're just hating to hate. We're not hating to hate. We're just saying it doesn't get added onto his resume in any real way. It doesn't put him over the real fighter of the year. It doesn't put him over the real fighter of the year, which is Ilya Tapuria, chat. The real fighter of the year is Ilya Tapuria. You guys are fucking dogs. I hate you guys so much. You guys are fucking assholes. Fuck. God fucking damn. You're a bunch of retards, chat. You're a bunch of retards, alright? We sucks to such fuck off, Nacho. You guys, you guys are a bunch of dickheads, I swear to God. We came up with very clear reasons. I don't give a fuck. I'm still going to make the video eventually. Fuck it. Okay, so the real fighter of the year ended up coming out with Alex Pereira beating Ilya Topuria. Bro called a doctor's stoppage in his own chat. I'm gonna make a fucking gardening channel or something. I'm gonna go make a cooking meat channel. I'll just be me barbecuing and ranting channel. Chat is full of 12-year-old MMA fans who have been a fan since October 2024. I agree, Ilya Topuria in chat. I agree. I hope Allberg somehow sleeps Pereira. Honestly, with the Khalil fight and Alex getting old, I can see it. Could see. When Doug calls people retards, I don't know, but I just laughed. But we're your dickheads. I know. What's up, Blueprint? How are you, man? Good to see you, dude. I hope you're having a good Christmas. Oh, shit, dude. I hope Allberg Yeah, the thing is, I like the matchup. All jokes aside, Allberg's a great matchup for Pereira. Allberg is going to walk in, chin up, CKB style. Great matchup for Pereira. Pereira is going to be able to jab, low kick, find his range. That fight, Pereira-Allberg, I'd be, even though I don't hate Alex Pereira, I'd be backing. I would be backing Alex Pereira. I really would, man. I'd be backing Alex Pereira in that fight. Let me know what you think, chap. Who would you be? UFC fans are way dumber than vape addicts. I agree, mate. Blueprint. It's good to see you, dude. I hope you're doing well. But we're your dickheads? Yes, you guys are my dickheads. And Ian Gary, I've got... No, not Ian Gary. Not the vegan Ian Gary. Allberg honestly gets slept in the first... Yeah, dude, I like that match. I like that matchup for Alex Pereira a lot. Vulcan exposed Allberg's low kick weakness. I know, dude, if I was the UFC, again, we can go back to what we were talking about earlier, where the UFC is not a legitimate fighting organization. It's a promotion organization, and it's entertaining, which is fine. It's allowed to be that. At least the fights are real. Watching Black Christmas right now. What is that? I've never heard of that. At least the fights are real in the UFC, unlike the WWE. I do not blame them, considering that they are a promotion company, for picking Allberg versus Alex Pereira. That is a great fight for Alex Pereira to win. Even though Alex is a duck, I think he beats Allberg. So, yeah, no one disagrees with that. Yeah, no one disagrees with that. Yeah, that's an easy win for Alex Pereira, to be honest, chat. And why would you not make that fight? Yeah, Allberg gets TKO in 2 by Alex Pereira at least. Oh, yeah, inside 2. Easy. Easy. All right. Now, what are we going to do next? Here's what we're going to do next. Boys, the hunger's fine. Why are you ending polls in 3 seconds? Because there's about 10 people in here. It was 100%. I got over half the people who are watching the stream to vote on it. So it was pretty easy. Greatest Christmas horror movie of all time. Okay, sick. The best karma would be Allberg subbing Alex Pereira. I didn't even get to vote. Well, you got to be quick with it, not the AM, bro. This is an interactive stream. Why are people even talking about the Allberg matchup? I don't think it's up next. It might be, Nacho. It might be. That's the thing. It might be. They might really just be telling Magomed Ankalaev to go fuck himself. So, it could be the one that's up next, dude. Crazy things are happening in the UFC at the moment. Think about it. The reason that I wanted to make that video about the UFC being fake is that they only merged with the TKO group 24 months ago. And this is how bad things are now. It's only taken 24 months. We've already lost USADA. We've already got title matchups that are going to undeserving contenders. Like, it's never been worse. It's never been worse. That's why I made that video. To be like, imagine what it's going to be like 5 years in being paired with the TKO group. 2-hour stream today. Now I'm going to get out of here, boys. Let me read. Left Lane saying Allberg's probably next, and that sounds right. I believe them. With everything that we talked about in today's stream and in yesterday's video about how the UFC is fake, or the matchups are fake, or how bad the matchmaking is, it makes perfect sense for Allberg to be next. I mean, Pereira-Allberg would be a higher grossing fight than a Anchor Live fight, which is why you make the fight. That's all the UFC needs to know. Will this make more money? Yes or no? It'll make more money, then we make the fight. I will donate $100 to the stream if Allberg versus Alex is up next. Remember it. Remember it, boys. Remember it. New Dougie banger drop 2-hour stream today. No, I'm going to get out of here, man. How much longer are you streaming? I am used to you dipping right at an hour. This is a simulation. Well, it's been about an hour and a half, and I'm getting hungry, so I'm going to dip. I might be back a little bit. I'll probably be. I'll be back. When am I going to be back? Tomorrow. I'll do another one tomorrow. But I just released a video. Video's out now. Let me get it up. White shirt Dougie gives 0 fuck. I've been going for an hour and a half. It's been a fun stream. We had a good debate in the chat. It's been a fun stream. Plus, here's the video. There's a new video out now. Come on, boys. It's been an hour and a half stream. We debated. Me and Nacho went at each other's throats. Classic. We talked about why the UFC was fake. Classic. We did polls. It's been a great stream. Why not? Why? You don't want to be the last one at the party when no one's here. You want to leave the party when you're having a good time. We had a good time. It was a good time. It was a good stream. Merry Christmas to everybody. Merry Christmas. You better be back tomorrow and tell DJ and Ian I said what's up. I'll be back tomorrow. But that's it, boys. That's today's stream. There's today's new video. Go check it out. The Guru's streaming right now. Go raid the Guru or go watch my video, whatever you want. Your poll, Dougie got owned by his own chat. Yep. Classic Dougie's Corner stream. I make a very legitimate and convincing argument, and you guys just go full-on inbred mode on me and turn it around on me. Nice one, Dougie. Did well. Enjoyed it. Thank you, Mick Ward. I appreciate it, man. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. Barrera said his next fight is a big one, so it won't be Allberg. It'll probably be Hill after Hill sleeps here. It could be the rematch. Could be. Jamal Hill's definitely done enough talking to hype that fight out. No one wants to hear that fat boy Guru, then go watch my video. Allberg is possible, though. Allberg is absolutely possible. It'll be between Allberg and Hill. And the answer blueprint will be which one generates the most money for the UFC. Probably Jamal Hill, because he has a legitimate fan base. He's been talking shit. It's probably Jamal Hill. Peace out, Dougie. Great stream as always. Merry Christmas. Go raid Guru. Go raid Guru or go watch my video. Whatever you want. Whatever you want. You boys have a good Christmas. To the North Americans, Christian Grey, have a great Christmas. This is a Guru-friendly zone. This is a Guru-friendly zone. Go stuff your faces with mac and cheese. Nacho, again, well played, mate. Well played. You're lucky you've got the anti-Dougie propaganda on your side because I was technically right. Until then, I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video. I'll see you guys in tomorrow's stream. Go raid the fat one. Go watch my video afterwards. I don't care. Do whatever you guys want to do. Have a good Christmas. I'll see you all in the next video. See you, boys.